Okay then gang, so we've seen how we can create all of these different links to different routes now. But how do we actually programmatically redirect a user? For example, say a user fills in some kind of form on our website and then clicks on a submit button. Ideally, what we'd like to do is take that user and redirect them to the homepage. But how do we do this? Well, in this example, we won't make a full form to trigger a redirect, but what we will do is add a button to the navigation to do a similar kind of thing. So let us go into the nav bar component, and underneath this UL, we'll do a H2 and say navigation controls. All right, and underneath this, we'll do another UL and then an LI tag. Inside here, we'll do a button, and this button is going to say redirect to home. Okay, so when a user clicks this button, we want to programmatically redirect them. We don't just want to link them, we want to do it programmatically as if they just filled in a form, right? So what we'll do is we'll add on a click event to this and set that equal to some function or other. I'll call this function go home. So down here, we need to define this function. We'll do our methods property. And inside here, we'll have the go home function. So then how do we then take this user and redirect them to the home page inside a function programmatically? Well, it's pretty simple. We can say this dot router, and notice we're not saying this dot route this time like we did a couple of lessons ago. This time we're saying this dot router, and the difference is this dot route singular refers to just the single route that we're currently viewing. This dot router keeps track of our entire navigation history. All right. So we say this dot router, then we say dot push, and we can push on a new route. Now, inside this method, we pass through an object, and inside the object, a few options. Again, the name parameter, and what is the name of the route that we'd like to redirect the user to? Well, it's going to be the home route, because remember, inside index.js for the router, we say that the name of this route is home. So that's where we're redirecting to. And that's how we redirect. We say this dot router dot push and then the name of the route. And don't forget your $sign before router. Okay, so let's save this and see if it works. Redirect to home. Click it and it takes us to home. We can see that because we see home down here. All right, let's try that again. Go to profile 2, redirect to home. Voila. It works. So this is how we can use the router to redirect a user to a different route. But I said a minute ago that this thing right here, the router, it keeps track of our navigation history. So because it does that, we can also do some other cool stuff with it as well. We could go forward or back. So let's try that. What I'm going to do up here is add in another LI tag. Inside there, a button. And inside that button, I'll say go back. And this will have a click event associated with it, which will equal go back. And down here, we'll create that method, go back. So this time what we want to do is use this router object right here to go back one step in our history. Much like if we press the back button up here, we want it to do the same thing. So how do we do that? We say this dot $sign router, then dot go. Now the dot go method takes in an integer, which is either plus or minus. So if we want to go back, you've probably guessed it, it's going to be minus. So we say -1. We want to go back one stage, and it's this, not this. And we need to take that S away after the period. Okay, so if we test this out, it should work. Go back. Now it goes to profile for 2. Go back again. Home. Go back. Profile for 4. Sweet. So this is working. It's going back through our navigation history. The same can be done for the forward state. So if I copy all this and paste it down below here, we can say go forward instead and change this to go forward. And down here, we can copy this method and paste it. We'll change this to go forward. And then this time, we don't want -1, we just want 1 plus 1. And that's going to go forward a step. So now if I click on go forward, it goes back to home. Then it should be profile 2. Yep. And if we go forward again, home, we'll reach a stage where we can't go forward anymore because we can't jump into the future, doesn't know what we're about to do. This is the latest thing we did. Okay, now I just want to add in a couple of styles to stop this going down and down and down the page. So let's go down here and we'll say li is going to be display as inline hyphen block. We'll also give each li tag a margin of 10 pixels. Okay, so save that, view it in a browser. Okay, that looks a bit better. All right, so there we go. That is how we use the view router object to navigate to different pages programmatically.